Right, we need to make sure that we have audio and video settings and everything is up and running. Okay, looks like we have everything up there. Hang on a second. So, check, microphone check, testing, 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. There we go. Right. So, my friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is safe and well. So, my friends, yeah, we've got a mod here that we're going to take a look at. It won't be a long stream, just to be aware of that. Basically, just going to look at one particular mod and go over a few little things with it. Let me give you the background for this particular mod here. It's my understanding, now I know that this particular mod dates to FS15, right? So, this is the, basically this is the, let me show you exactly what it is. This is the Rope Big Bear. It's a sugar beet cart, right? As far as I'm aware, but I may be wrong, as far as I'm aware, this was in the Ropa DLC from FS17. But I could be wrong. It may have been made as a mod for FS15. Honestly, I'm not sure of the origin. I believe it's from the Ropa DLC, but I could be wrong. Anyways, the point is that this particular mod, for whatever reason, hasn't been converted to 22. It has for 19. And in 19, someone made an Amity version, as you can see. So this is Amity branded, or Amity Tech as it's listed in the base game. So basically, I converted the FS19 mod to 22, and we've been kind of working on it. It's kind of a proposed mod, proposed project. It's a very, very nice mod. It's good quality, and I think it would be a kind of a worthy addition to the MyGamesteam lineup of mods. Obviously, we'll need to make sure that the conversion process is done properly, and that all of the we want to update it to the FS22 standards. So luckily enough, in the base game, under Auger Wagons, we do have the Amity Tech, which is their cart, right? So this is a, no, where is it? Yeah, this one, the B cart, right? So this is in the base game. So it's 45,000 liters, 12.8 tons, it needs 400 horsepower. Now this is a very, very different design, and obviously Giants made this from scratch. So it has all the expected FS22 standards that one would, hope and that type of thing. And that's the mod there. So basically, what I've been doing, I've been using the base game Amity as a kind of a guide and a reference to work on the conversion of the Amity, or the Ropa Big Bear as it was originally called. So I've been working on this as kind of a guide to take me through the conversion process. So as I said, originally it is a the Amity is a rebranded and repasted Ropa Big Bear. Right, so this is what the Ropa looked like originally, and you have the sign on the back here as well, which is the rubber mud flap, right? So yeah, I've been using that as a kind of a basis to kind of guide me and that type of thing. So the purpose of this stream is I've been talking with MyGamesteam about this particular mod, and he needs to it needs some work, because there's certain things, certain aspects of the mod that aren't quite correct. So you know what, I really should have enabled, let me save the game there. I need to enable easy development, because I need to fill the cart with material, obviously, and the easiest way to do that is with the easy development console, because I want to show something to MyGamesteam in terms of how the cart is when it's filled. And there's a few little issues. As I said, this is an FS17 mod originally, so the fill planes are old. They're not modern and they haven't been done to the, you know, the FS22 standards. So if I fill this up here, so what I've done, so originally it only held sugar beets, right? But what I've done is I've made it so it holds potatoes and sugar beets. And I've set the capacity to 48,000 liters because the base game is 42. So this Amity cart is physically larger than the base game Amity tech. So that's why I decided to increase the fill capacity to 48,000 liters, because, you know, you want to differentiate the mods, you know, and make it, you know, make it a little bit better. So here's problem number one, MyGamesteam, right? So as you can see here, look, the potatoes are showing through, right? Obviously that's not correct, because I can show you the other mod, as it were. So we'll just get that one there. So let's see what happens when I fill this up with potatoes, or kind of what it should look like. So if I hit F12 on this, so as you can see there, look, that's what it should look like. You know what I mean? Whereas the other one, you know, it's it's all sorts of wrong, my friends. So the fill plane will have to be redone and readjusted, because clearly that is not correct. So the next thing that I want to look at is the folding and unfolding sounds of the auger. So this has its own sound scheme, obviously. Right. Now, see that second sound scheme? So see this when it says pipe in, pipe out? That's the sound scheme that I want for the Amity. Okay. So that sound scheme is what I want. Whereas this one, now while I have added the sound scheme, the timings are all off. So you can listen to this one here. See that? See the way the timings don't match up? So basically we're going to have to adjust the timings, because obviously this auger has a different, you know, unfolding timings. And another action that I want is this action will need a sound scheme as well. Watch this. So see, these are manually moving it up and down, and you can manually move this part as well. So each one of these actions are going to require its own sound scheme for each action. And as you said, you can use the base game Amity Tech cart as a you know, a guide as in terms of the sound schemes. So yeah, the fill plane is going to be needs to be adjusted. Another thing that's a problem is the lights at the back here. Watch this. So if I press 2 on my keyboard, I get the both hazards coming up, right? So that's fine. That's the way it should be. Now, if I select left and right, so that's one of them here. Look, so that one is on, and there's nothing showing up. So the you know, the hazard lights are not done properly. But if I select the other side, it will actually see that. So there's some kind of misconfiguration there in terms of the hazards. You know, it shouldn't be blinking like that. You know, I cannot select left and right individual. You know, so yeah, you're gonna have to take a look at that one. Kobe Gaming, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friends. Appreciate it. Does have beacon lights. Everything works. The log is clean. As I said, I've already checked this via Giant's test runner. 100% clean log, and she's 100% clean in game, as you can see. Look. So, you know, the conversion process went fairly well. Obviously you had to do a lot of remapping and that type of thing. But there are, as I said, I wanted to bring it up to FS22 standards. Another thing I want to do is, obviously the base game Amity has a much higher quality set of textures. You know, the decals. You can see how much cleaner this Amity logo is, right? And then on the back there's another one here, right? Okay. So what I want to do, MyGamesteam, is I want to do some remapping of the decals, right? Now, so the decal sheet, the DDS file for the base game Amity Tech is in the Amity cart zip file, right? So the file is already in there. So what I'd like to do, sir, I'd like to remap, right? So we're going to take off these low quality logos, right? And we're going to remap them to the higher quality base game Amity Tech, right? And also on the back here as well. So we have the mud flap here, right? See that mud flap? I'd like some kind of an object change here. So I want the ability to be able to take off the decals here at the back, right? And to be able to put this red Amity Tech logo on the back here. So this red one here will go here. So you'll have an object change, swappable object chains on the mud flap logos, right? So one of the things I need as well, sir, is I need a configuration set for the Amity. So let me show you here what I've done, right? So I've got brand logo, right? I've got Amity, and then Ropa for the big bear, right? Okay, object change, obviously. Back here at the back, we have an object change for the mud flaps. Okay, we're going to keep that intact. So what we need a configuration set. We need one for the Amity, and we need one for the colors. So basically, what I want to do is I want to have a configuration option for brand, right? And then when I select Amity, the color will change to red, Amity red, and then obviously it'll put the Amity decals on it. When I select Ropa, it's going to change to Ropa yellow and put the Ropa decals on it. So yeah, we're going to need some kind of a configuration set to be able to swap it from Amity brand to the Ropa Big Bear brand. And yeah, so I've remapped all of the stuff. Basically the tires are in as well, look. So these are the FS22 crawlers. And all the lights and everything have been remapped. Everything works in it. Let me just show you. Let's turn on the lights there. So all the side markers are on this thing. Right. Now once again, I might even make that as a shop option. So all these side markers were, I believe these were added on by the modder. I don't believe these were there originally in the original mod. So what I would probably do is I'd make this as a shop option. So you could turn these side markers, if you have to turn them, on and off, the visibility. Everything else on the mod is fine. Let me show you this. So see this metallic grate here? See this? And they're also here and here, right? So these are DDS files, right? They're on the decal sheet. I don't know. I think we could probably replace that. Do you remember what you did with the? Let me show you what I'm looking for. Which mod has it? There we go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. So I think it might be an idea to get rid of this. As I said, this is only like an image, and we could replace it with the proper looking stuff, which is on the JCB. So this stuff here, look. So if we could replace that, that would be very, very nice, sir. It'll look a hell of a lot better, I think, with this on it. What else is there? So I like this mod. I think it's a good mod. So there's an issue with the kind of when you're emptying out the auger here, the fill plane has to be done correctly, because the fill plane is obviously from FS17. it needs to be brought to 22 standards. So you need 400 horsepower for this auger wagon here. So I'm using the Vario 1050. What field is this I'm on? What field am I on? None. Weeds. Yes. Trying to decide here what I want. Cloud, yes. That should be good enough. That should be enough just to see the kind of the unloading action here. Now another problem with the mod MyGamesteam, it won't unload. It won't unload to the ground. Look, so I've got no unloading option here. All right. Now if I put a trailer beside it, yeah, it will unload, but I want to be able the ability to unload to you know, to the ground. That's not happening, unfortunately. So that needs to be fixed as well. So let's just bring this bad boy over here, and we can see kind of the unloading action. Now I need to empty this, obviously. So if I pull up beside it, oh, it's filled with potatoes. That's why it won't work. See, look, I have to, yeah. It needs to be sugar beets. There we go. That's the correct one. Now it should work. There we go, look. So the fill planes are on this one are a bit dodgy. See it there, look. See the way it's done. So basically, I think the fill planes here need to be redone from scratch, because they just don't look right, you know. They need to be updated and modernized. So if you wouldn't mind taking a look at how the fill planes actually work. And once again, you can use the base game Amity Tech cart as a guide, you know, to as you can see, can I unload here? Wait, hold on a second. Oh, I can. Oh, scratch that on MyGamesteam. Disregard. I can actually tip the ground. I didn't think I could. Let's go with potatoes here. Let's see what happens here. There you go. Oh, okay, it does work. Ah. So yeah, basically just redo the fill plane and this kind of, you know, I mean, should it look like this at the bottom here? See that? See the way the material is showing through? So yeah, I think you should probably just redo the fill planes here and just modernize it, you know. I said this fill plane is from FS22, you know, and it hasn't been updated. It looks all sorts of off. Look at that, look. But yeah, I think it's a good cart, you know. It's good quality, you know. Unfortunately, this auger section here doesn't have any pneumatics, whereas this one does. Look. So I don't know if it's possible to. Now you may not be able to use these per se, but I don't know. Maybe you could add something to it to have pneumatics on each side. You think that's possible? Because obviously in FS17 that probably wasn't a thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, if we could get those pneumatic arms, you know, the rams, to kind of function, that would be quite nice, you know. I'd probably add a few more of these Warren decals as well. you know. Because at the moment, the only warning decals on this thing are here. Just 2 here, and there's nothing on the rest of it, you know. So yeah, basically, kind of a modernization of this auger wagon. I think would be quite nice, be a good mod, you know. It would be something different. As I said, for whatever reason, this particular mod hasn't been brought to 22 yet, and I think with a bit of modernizing and updating, I think it'd be a very, very nice mod for people, you know. And as I said, you know, we can swap in, you know, people, you know, they can swap it between Ropa and Big Bear, you know. So that was the original mod, as I said. So the Ropa Big Bear, and it was reskinned then to Amity, you know. And for whatever reason, the original modders decided to take off the rear mud flap. I don't know why they did that. They basically hid the rear mud flap, but I've added it back in again. But now it's a shop option. All right. But other than that, you know, it is a very, very nice mod, you know. And I think it has a lot of potential. I think with a bit of a blast of work, I think this could be done fairly quickly, you know. But yeah, but as I said, we are gonna. I would ask you, sir, to redo the decals. I think they definitely need to be reused. Let's use the base game Amity tech for the decals. It's going to look a lot better quality wise. These are much higher quality decals than what is on the Amity cart, you know. And that's pretty much it. As I said, my friends, this is a very, very quick stream, just to give some guidance to MyGamesteam in terms of this particular mod here, you know. And you know, I wasn't actually intending to do any streaming today, just to be aware of that. So yeah, hopefully MyGamesteam, sir, that is enough information for you to know what needs to be done on the mod here. As I said, if we can do a you know, a couple of days worth of work, I think we might be able to get this out before Christmas, you know. Hopefully, you never know. Yeah. So listen, my friends, we're going to leave it there. As I said, I wasn't really. This is not a stream. This is more kind of a stream for MyGamesteam, just to give him the heads up and just let him know exactly what I'm looking for in terms of the work here. All right, my friends, I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I'm going to say a very happy Christmas to you all. And hopefully we shall see you again in the next one. Take care.